is asking us to write a function modeling rabbit population P, okay, in terms of years T. Well, we can rely on the formula that we have been using so far, but we need to express it in terms of a function. We have to remember a function has an input, and we clearly show what the input is. Since the final outcome is P, or population, I probably should write it here. We start with that. We say population of the rabbits depends on the time that passes by, and that equals to, the rest is the same. We say initial population, which I would like to show with P0, so you can distinguish that from this P. The first P, this one, is your final population after a certain amount of time has passed by. P0 is the very first population reported to you, and we multiply that by 1 plus the growth rate to the power of T, the time that passes by. So as you can tell, this is exactly the same formula that we were working with in part A. The only thing that's changed is that we are writing a general function, not specific to the year 2006 and 2001, but something that you can work with for any given amount of time. That's for part B. And the very last part C, asks us to predict the population of rabbits in the year 2009 to the nearest whole number. Very well. If I want to know the population in 2009, so population of 2009, I have to have a starting point. So I can basically measure how much time has passed by, and based on how many years have passed by, how much the population has increased. We have the population in year 2006, and we have the population in 2001. It doesn't really matter which one you would like to choose. You can compare the population in 2009 to either the population in 2001, which was 940, or the population in 2006, which was 2050. I would like to work with 2001 because we have already worked with 940, it's just an easier number. So I'll rewrite the same formula. I say the population in 2009 comes from the population that we had in 2001 multiplied by 1 plus, the good news is that now we know what the growth rate is 16.9, but this is percentages, so either divide it by 100 or write it as 0.169 to the power of however much time has passed by. Since I chose 2009 and 2001, 8 years has passed by. So I'm gonna write 8 there. The next step for me is to replace the population in 2001. So population in 2009 equals, it was 940 as the question told us, multiplied by 1 plus 0. Rate of growth to the power of 8. For this one, we also need a calculator. Okay, let's plug in. 940 multiplied by parentheses 1 plus 0.169 close parentheses to the power of 8. The population in 2009 has reached 3,278. They asked us to round to the nearest whole number. The very first digit that I have after the decimal is 2, therefore I would round down. If it was 5 or more than 5, I would round up. Why do they ask us to round to a whole number? Because it doesn't really make sense to say we have 3,278.2 rabbits. They're objects, so we can have whole numbers only. And that's the answer to part C. I hope all of this was clear, but if not, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And best of luck.